from the soul with it. Yeah.
So I was listening to ESPN LA radio with Mason and Ireland with a special guest in studio, former Laker Michael Thompson, and they were quizzing everybody based on these metrics of what is the most effective Lakers lineup this year. It turns out that the effective lineup is Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and JaVale McGee with a net rating of 14.5. So Michael Thompson got it wrong and says the people who does these analytics are idiots. And I'm like, no, they're not, because this is something that I said over 1,000,000 times after the preseason games, bruh. I said that Kyle Kuzma should have been in a starting lineup with LeBron James due to his ability to hit threes. And it's what LeBron James prefer because he loves to be around shooters. So that is when Mason stated that he thinks every single lineup is better with Josh Hart. And he said that he believes that Josh Hart, he should be starting. So Michael Thompson doesn't believe he should be starting, or he doesn't have to start, one of them, I don't know. So that is when Steve Mason challenged him and said, no, he absolutely should be starting. So that's when Michael Thompson was like, no, he's not Sean Mannion. He's going to play as much as the starters, and says he starts a huge spark coming off the bench. So he brings up Vinnie Johnson and says, should he have started over Joe Dumars? And Mason was like, can you use a more contemporary reference? And I'm like, Mason called this man an old dinosaur. Okay. So that is when Michael Thompson brought up Andre Iguodala, which to me is a bad comparison, and I'll explain that later. Mason and Michael had a disagreement about Ingram's development thus far. Steve Mason says he doesn't think that Ingram is developing at the rate he thought he would. So that is when Michael Thompson responded by saying, well, he's going to be fine. I mean, what do you want him to be, Scottie Pippen right now? So that is when Mason responded by saying, can you use a more contemporary reference? So Michael Thompson asked Mason, well, do you want him to be Kevin Durant like right now? So Mason responds by saying, he's pretty much like, you're right in saying that we have to take into account that Brandon Ingram is only 21 years old. And Michael Thompson says, yes, you have to give him some time and that you have to be patient. But if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box. But man, let's start with Josh Hart. He has been absolutely remarkable on both ends of the floor, and I'm proud of Josh Hart, especially because he's from the Maryland area, which we call the DMV. But the man has been extremely reliable, making shots when they're needed, showing up on the defensive side, playing with intensity and energy. He deserves a ton of credit. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, he must start with LeBron James, because when he comes off screens or when he's open, Josh Hart has knocked down a lot of these shots, and he has been very reliable when it comes to LeBron James. Now, do I think he could be an elite starter? No, absolutely not. But he is the only player who should start with LeBron James, period, whatever lineup you go with, because LeBron James needs somebody to make those shots. But Ingram has been horrible from the three-point line. And the Andre Iguodala comparison to Josh Hart was just awful, because the Warriors have three of the greatest three-point shooters we ever seen breathe on the court at one time. So there is no situation where you have a player like LeBron James on that team who hasn't been great at making three. So Andre Iguodala comes off the bench for that purpose. Josh Hart is in the lineup for the purpose that LeBron James doesn't have nobody to make those threes. Andre Iguodala is not a consistent three-point shooter. So the comparison was horrible. So yes, Josh Hart must start on this team. Now, if you had somebody like Klay Thompson, then clearly you make Josh Hart become a backup shooting guard. And lastly, Brandon Ingram. Listen, he talking about, do he want him to be Kevin Durant now? Yes. I don't want to hear nothing about no patience right now. There is no reason, Brandon Ingram, you have 12 points versus the Sacramento Kings. You're 5 for 17 from the field. You don't go 0 for 2 from 3. Brandon Ingram, there is no reason you scored 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 6 turnovers versus the Atlanta Hawks. You was 3 for 8 from the field. 0 for 0 from the three-point line. Bruh, this is absolutely a disgrace. These two teams will eventually be the two worst teams in the league. There is no way that you perform like that when people hail you the next Kevin Durant, bruh. You not Kevin or Durant, bruh. Stop with the excuses. I'm tired of it. There is no way you perform like that. That was absolutely pathetic. Now, because the Lakers won the game, these stats are going to get overlooked. But no, that's the problem. That's a problem, folks. Ingram is not shooting threes because he's not confident he can make them. I've seen times where he had an open three, and if a defender even breathe or act like he's sniffing to make the attempt to run at him, he pump fakes and drives towards the lane. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Take the shot. Shoots a mid-range shot because he feels more comfortable. I've seen times where he had the open three. That shows me that he hasn't put in the work to be great from the three. He hasn't improved his three-point shot. He goes back to where he's comfortable. He isn't consistent from there. He's asking us to be patient. Listen, bro. People saying, well, Kobe, he didn't become great till his third year, bro. Bro, do you know the stories of Kobe dominating past legends and top college players at the age of 17 in one-on-one drills? Huh? Kobe always had heart. Kobe didn't play with a 33-year-old LeBron who wants championships, who just told us last week, you don't want to be around when he loses his patience. And people was like, he didn't really mean that he wasn't really talking about a specific person. He just said, and then he comes out and says he almost cracked last week, which means he was losing his patience. When we start to lose more games and Ingram scored 10 points against some of the worst teams, I can't wait to see who going to be like, oh man, be patient. Leave your comments below. Because I'm going to make sure I come back and say I told you so. They like, would you want him to be Scottie Pippen? Bruh, please stop with this Scottie Pippen and LeBron stuff. I don't know why they keep trying to put LeBron James supposed to be this MJ and the next player is supposed to be this Scottie Pippen. No, LeBron is not Michael Jordan. LeBron mindset is more like Scottie Pippen. His game is more like the modern day Shaquille O'Neal with a jump shot, mixed with a Scottie Pippen and a dash of Karl Malone and Wilt Chamberlain. You have two betas. So I'm tired of the excuses that y'all giving Brandon Ingram. He's not going to turn into who y'all think he is under LeBron James, period. If y'all think he will be the next Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, I guarantee it won't happen under LeBron James. But like, I'm done. Y'all gotta learn the hard way. But anyway, y'all get in that comment box. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Okay.